Okay, Terry's going to show you how to hook up the gas. This is food grade nitrogen. Start by threading on the regulator. Finger tighten. And then snug it down tight with the wrench provided. You can go ahead and open up the valve on the tank. As you can see, the regulator is preset at 40 psi. So that's exactly where you want it. Now this other gauge tells you how much gas you have in the tank. As you can see, it's just about 1,800 pounds. So when it gets down to the red, that's when you want to make sure that you have another tank of gas to put on when this one empties. You'll also want to make sure that the valve is turned all the way vertical to make sure that the nitrogen flows to the nitrogen infuser. And up here, this is where your nitrogen infuser is. Where it says that little knob right there, where it says Micromatic. And that's where you can control that knob to adjust the flow of nitrogen for your nitrogen coffee. Now we're going to hook up the bag-in-the-box coffee. As you can see here, it's the threaded output for that coffee. And then you have a threaded attachment that you're going to screw on there. Now you want to make sure that this is square, because if this does not sit square, coffee will not flow out of that bag in the box. So now that you put the gas tank into the corner of the cooler, you want to go ahead and set down the bag of the cold brew coffee. Now you notice on the box there's arrows up. You want to make sure that these arrows are pointing up. This way gravity takes over and the coffee will flow out of the bottom of that box, and then it will be pumped from the bottom of that box through the nitrogen infuser up through the faucet. Now to pour off the coffee, you have two faucets here on your unit. This right here is a flow control faucet. That is where your cold brew coffee, non-nitrogen, just your plain cold brew coffee, will come through. As you see, there's a lever on the right of that controls the flow of the coffee. So you can speed it up or you can slow it down, whatever works best for the size of the glass you're using. Okay. Now on the other side is your nitrogen faucet. This is where your nitrogen infused cold brew coffee comes through. As you can see, this has been preset also. You get a nice frothy Big B cold brew coffee. And again, if you want more foam and more froth, you can adjust that little white knob down there on the infuser. So left if you want less, right if you want more.